Hi there. I'm going to show you how to set up and use your Accu-chek Performa Nano blood glucose monitoring system. Now, if you're worried about learning the steps involved, don't be. I'll walk you through everything to make it as simple as possible. Just follow my lead. It's all divided into small sections, so if you miss anything, you can always go back and watch that part again. Now, the first thing to do is to make sure you have everything you need to start testing. You should have the following items: an Accu-chek Performa nanometer, a container of Accu-chek Performa test strips, an Accu-chek multi-click lancing device, and an Accu-chek multi-click lancet drum. If you can't find something, or if you need assistance with any of the steps that follow, just call the Accu-chek customer care line. Let's start by coding the meter. Coding tells your meter how to read the container of test strips that you're about to use. Take the box of strips and open it carefully. Just tear along the tab on the top of the box. Inside, you'll see some paper with technical information, a container of test strips, and a small white or black chip. This is either the code chip or the activation chip. Insert the activation chip as shown into the slot on the side of the meter. Now the meter is activated. Wasn't that easy? When you start using a new box of test strips, it will contain a new chip. At that time, you'll need to check what color chip you already have in the meter. If it's a white code chip, remove it and replace it with a new one that came with your container of test strips. If you have a black activation chip already in your meter, just leave it in place. Once you insert a black activation chip, it never needs to be changed again. When you have a black activation chip in your meter, you can discard all future activation chips that come with your test strips. I'm going to show you how to use the Accu-chek multi-click lancing device. With this lancing device, there are no individual lancets to handle or dispose of, making it much easier to use. First, you will need to load your lancing device. For this, you will need an Accu-chek multi-click lancet drum. Each drum contains 6 preloaded lancets, so when you load one drum, you're actually loading 6 lancets. Remove the cap from the lancing device. Now insert a drum, blue end first, push it all the way in. It should fit snugly into place. This part is important. Do not remove the drum until you have used all 6 lancets. Once you remove the lancet drum, you cannot put it back in. A drum that has been removed will have a visible red line on the side, as shown here. Now place the cap back on your lancing device. The next step is to set the penetration depth to match your individual skin type. By turning the dial on the device, you can select the depth of the lancet. Set the dial to 2 to begin with. You may need to adjust the setting a couple of times until you find the right level for your skin type. To use the lancing device, you first need to prime it. Press the plunger all the way down. The release button on the side of the lancing device has now turned yellow. This indicates that your lancing device is now primed and ready to be used. Press the yellow button to release the lancet. This will lance your finger. After each test, you will need to advance to a fresh lancet. To advance to the next lancet, simply twist the plunger back and forth once. The new lancet is now ready to use. You'll notice that the number in the window has decreased by 1. This tells you the number of lancets that you have remaining. When the number shown is 1, you're using the last lancet. After using it, you need to change the lancet drum. Now you're ready to do a blood glucose test. First, you'll need to choose a finger to take a blood sample from. It's best to alternate between fingers, as they can become sensitive over time. Remember to always wash your hands with warm soapy water and dry them well before obtaining blood. Take a test strip from the container and always remember to close the lid tightly. This helps protect the remaining strips. Always check the expiration date on the container. Do not perform a test with expired test strips. Now insert the test strip, gold end first, into the meter. Then a small flashing blood drop symbol will appear on the screen. This tells you that the meter is ready to test. When lancing my finger, I always use the side of the finger rather than the tip, as it's more comfortable and less sensitive. Now prime the lancing device. Press the plunger all the way down. The release button on the side of the device has now turned yellow. This indicates that the lancing device is primed and ready to use. Press the pinhole opening on the lancing device cap firmly against the side of your finger and press the yellow release button. This will lance your finger. Massage the finger in the direction of the fingertip to help the blood drop form. Now place the end of the test strip against the drop of blood and let it fill. When enough blood has filled the strip, a small hourglass symbol will flash on the screen to show you that the meter is working. Your blood sugar reading will be ready in 5 seconds. It's just that easy. Now you have your test result. 2 important final steps. First, dispose of the used test strip. Then advance to a fresh lancet by simply twisting the plunger back and forth once. A new lancet is now ready to use the next time you lance your finger. Now you can put everything in the carry case. You'll find more information in the user's manual that came with your meter. There's also a warranty registration card. Don't forget to register your meter so it's protected for the next 2 years. Isn't that easy? If you still have any questions, just call the Accu-chek customer care line. You can also visit the Accu-chek website. Thanks again for choosing the Accu-chek Performa Nano blood glucose monitoring system.